Okay, the whole community needs to get involved with this. We need singers and we need percussionists. You can be both, but at least choose one, will you? It goes like this. Open the window, children. Open the window now. Open the window, children. Open the window, let the dove fly in. Open the window, let the dove fly in. Try with me. Open the window, children. Open the window now. Open the window, children. Open the window, let the dove fly in. Open the window, let the dove fly in. Mama and Papa are fighting like snakes. Open the window, let the dove fly in. Baby is crying like her heart will break. Open the window. Neighbors lock their doors, build fences so high. Can't see what's to discover on the other side. Here we go, percussionists. Open the window, children. Open the window now. Open the window, children. Open the window, let the dove fly in. Open the window, let the dove fly in. Borders round countries and borders round the sky. The only borders that close you are the borders round your mind. Some people have minds, some people have none. But what's the use of money if your heart's gone numb? Let's do it again. Here we go. Open the window, children. Open the window now. Open the window, children. Open the window, let the dove fly in. Open the window, let the dove fly in. This big old world is in a great mess. Open the window, find peace and rest. Open the window, children. Open the window now. Open the window, children. Last time. Open the window, let the dove fly in. Open the window, let the dove fly in.
Welcome to United First Parish Church. Whoever you are, whomever you love, wherever you are on your journey, welcome to our Unitarian Universalist spiritual community. I'm Joan McDonald, the Director of Religious Education at UFPC in Quincy. We will light our chalice today with these words. We are Unitarian Universalists with minds that think, hearts that love, and hands that are ready to serve. Together we care for our earth and work for friendship and peace in our world. Now we will say our covenant, the agreement that members and friends of United First Parish Church have agreed to, and it's an agreement about how we want to be together as a community and how we want each of us to act in the world. As a free fellowship of this historic church, we unite to lift our hearts and open our minds to a larger reality, to accept, support, and encourage one another to seek the wisdom in all religions, to cherish and sustain the web of life, and to strive for justice, compassion, and peace. Today, I want to do a meditation it's called shark fin calming, and it's a way to calm yourself, maybe when you're feeling anxious or sad or angry. But first, we are going to get ready for our meditation, which means if you've got a few wiggles in you, kind of get those wiggles out. And then I want you to sit up straight. And as we listen to the singing bowl, start to breathe in through your nose deeply and out through your mouth to prepare for our meditation and mindfulness. Now, the shark fin meditation is very simple. You're going to take your hand, and right now you're sitting up straight. You could be standing as well. So sitting up straight and tall. And you take your hand and you're going to place it on your forehead. And maybe I'm going to take off my glasses because it will be easier. So you're sitting up straight and you take your hand, your hand is flat, and you're going to move it in front of your face like this. So your thumb is kind of resting on your forehead. And as you're breathing in and out softly, in through your nose, out through your mouth, you move your hand down from your forehead to your heart, and you say, and you do this 5 times. And each time you're thinking about sitting straight, you're still, you're breathing softly, and you're shutting your eyes. So, did that shark fin meditation make you feel calm inside? Just doing that, sitting up straight, being still, softly breathing, and shutting your eyes. And you can do that anytime you're feeling anxious or upset or angry or sad. And you can very simply remember the shark fin meditation. And all it takes is closing your eyes, putting your hand on your forehead, and sliding it down to your heart, just using that whooshing shh sound as you're breathing. So this month in February, our theme is Beloved Community, and I want to share the song that Leah Morris has created and performed with that theme in mind. And the title of the song is Part of Me. And the words are simple, and maybe throughout the month as we play this song, you will remember the words and sing along with her. The words go, Father, mother, sister, brother, all are part of me. Teacher, friend, here within, all are part of me. I love myself as I love you. We touch each other, make life true. I'm part of this community, and it is part of me.
Father, mother, sister, brother.
Father, mother, sister, brother.
All are part of me.
All are part of me.
Teacher, friend, here within, they are all a part of me.
Teacher, friend, here within, they are all a part of me.
I love myself as I love you.
I love myself and I love you.
We touch each other and make life true.
We touch each other and make life true.
I am part of this community. It is part of me.
I am
Part of this community. It is part of me.
So February is Black History Month, and I want to share with you a story titled Let the Children March. And this is a true story that happened in the 1960s during the Civil Rights Movement, and something that happens still today, where we march and stand for justice with each other. But in this case, it is children taking up the call to protest injustice and ask for fairness and equity in the world. The title of the book is Let the Children March by Monica Clark Robinson.
Let the Children March by Monica Clark Robinson, illustrated by Frank Morrison. 1963, Birmingham, Alabama. I couldn't play on the same playground as the white kids. I couldn't go to their schools. I couldn't drink from their water fountains. There were so many things I couldn't do. One warm spring night, my family went to church. We weren't there to have regular services. We were there to hear Dr. King speak. We were there to plan. He wanted to raise an army of peaceful protesters to fight for freedom. His brown eyes flashing fire and love, Dr. King told us the time had come to march. If I march, Mama said, I'll lose my job sure enough. I can't march, Daddy said. I got a family to feed. The weight of the world rested on our parents' shoulders, but this burden, this time, did not have to be theirs to bear. I don't have a boss to fear, my brother said, or a job to lose. We can march this time. We'll be Dr. King's army, I said. I'll be fine, Daddy, I promised. Don't worry, Mama. Dr. King didn't like children being put in harm's way. He was a daddy too, after all. But he said that though we were young, we were not too young to want our freedom. Let the children march. They will lead the way. On May 2nd, a sunny Thursday, boys and girls, brothers and sisters, cousins and friends, we all met at the church, dressed in our best, feet ready. In a silence so loud that all I could hear was my racing heart, we began to walk. Hand in hand, we marched, so frightened, yet certain of what was right for freedom. The path may be long and troubled, but I'm gonna walk on. Would I be hurt? Would we be heard? Would it all be worth it in the end? I wanted to run from the angry faces in the crowd, run from danger, run from fear. Boys and girls, brothers and sisters, cousins and friends, on we marched. We marched, we marched. Singing the songs of freedom, 1,000 strong we came. Hate dogged my heels all that day, its yellow canine teeth sharp, but courage walked by my side and kept me going. Disperse or you'll be jailed, the police shouted the first day. Disperse or you'll get wet, the police shouted the second day. Disperse or we'll release the dogs, the police shouted the third day. We did not disperse. We kept on marching. We wouldn't stop until things started to change.
Hundreds of us went to jail on the first day, and even more on the second. My turn wasn't until the third day.
After I was sprayed by water stronger than anything I've ever felt, rough hands pushed me forward, and I fell to my knees in the police wagon. I was going to jail. Dr. King reassured our parents. Don't worry about your children, he said. They're going to be all right. Don't hold them back if they want to go to jail, for they are doing a job for not only themselves, but for all of America and for all mankind. That night, crowded into a cell too small for even half of the kids, we sang, "We shall overcome. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round, and freedom is coming." Our parents couldn't be there with us, but still we sang, wrapped in the proud and loving arms of our ancestors. I was still in jail, but we heard that the next day and the next, more kids marched. The water hoses they used to sting us could not stop our fierce tide. The path may be long and troubled, but I'm gonna walk on. Turn the other cheek, we had been taught. Show love where there is hate. The world watched as hate bruised us, but for 7 days, we walked only in love. The jail swelled to bursting, and even President Kennedy took notice. Daddy said the president received letters and calls about us from all over the world. Our march would become a memory, a small part of a larger story, but we had been heard, and the seeds of revolution were sown. 2 days and nights I stayed in the jail. Some stayed even longer. When I left, I was tired and sore, and my best dress was ripped, but my smile was as wide as the Mississippi River. I had made a difference. "I'm so proud of you, baby girl," Mama said. "Your march was what made them see. With nothing more than our feet, voices, and courage, we had done what others could not. Change was right around the corner. We felt it like a cool breeze in an Alabama August." On May 10, the great news rang out. Dr. King had reached an agreement with the white leaders of the city. Desegregation would begin. 1 month later, I was playing on a playground I'd never been allowed to play on before. 2 months later, my family ate at a diner we'd never been allowed to eat in before. Our march made the difference. We children led the way. Singing the songs of freedom, 1,000 strong we came.
So what did you think about this story? And maybe you can share with your mom or dad or caring adult how scary it might have been if you were one of those children who was marching in protest against injustice and racism in our country back in the 1960s. It must have been a frightening thing. And that's one of the reasons why I shared the shark fin meditation with you today, because if that story made you feel a little scared and anxious, you can use that shark fin meditation to calm down a little bit. But those children were very brave, and they obviously had the support of their families. And it is a story that is true, that shows how no matter how old you are, you can make a difference in the world. And even though there is a lot that we need to do to work towards a more just and equitable world where racism is not an issue anymore, that it doesn't matter how big you are or how little you are, you can help change the world by calling out injustice, by talking about it and not being silent. And maybe you can have a conversation with your mom or dad or your caring adult about what it is that you might do if you see something that is wrong or unfair, and how do you talk about it or speak up about it. It's scary maybe, but if you have the support of your community, then that helps a lot, because you know that you're not the only one. And one of the things about our theme of beloved community is knowing that not only are you not alone, there are other people that are also willing to work for justice and equity just like you are. Just like we stand out for Black lives at our church on Thursday afternoons in the wintertime between 2 and 4, and share our concern about racism in our country, and that we want to make the world a better place. And we do that by showing up, by speaking out, and doing it in a way that is safe within our community. And hopefully we can help other people listen to what we're saying and understand how important it is that making the world a better place is good for everybody and nobody loses out. And we will end our time together by extinguishing the chalice with these words. May the spirit of truth and love lead our hearts and minds and guide us into those ways that will create love, justice, and peace in our world. Until we meet again.